Welcome, everybody, to Tropical Tidbits, the official podcast of the Florida Tropics Academy. As we kick off an all-new season, we have the band back together. And when I mean the band, we have the man, the myth, the legend, the director himself, Mr. Lucas Texeira, gracing us with his presence. And as always, I'm joined by the president of the Florida Tropics Academy, and that'd be Mr. Michael Riskin. What's up, guys?
How you doing, Captain?
Feels good to be back in the seat.
Well, I can't believe it's August, new season on the horizon here. It's pretty exciting.
Man, we had a phenomenal ending to last season, but we're going bigger, we're going badder, and we're going better this year. So that's kind of the theme of today is we're going to call this one, a little play on words. It is hurricane season here in Florida, so we're going to call this the tropical forecast.
I like it.
All right, so we're going to touch a little bit on how we got here, where we currently are, but more importantly, where are we going? I ask myself that all the time. Where am I going? So Lucas, the first thing, just to right out of the gates, I kind of want to give the U16 girls of last year some love. The future U17 girls, you guys just came off nationals. So we didn't really get to touch on that because the season kind of ended, and then you guys kept on going. So how did that go down? I mean, I kind of know the results, but let's give them some love. Where was it at? How did we finish? And do you want to give any shout-outs to any special players?
We had an amazing end of the season. The season was a little longer for us, which is great. At the end of the day, we made it to nationals. It was all the way in Minneapolis. So we went to Minnesota to play, and we played against amazing teams. Every time we go to nationals, you actually don't know how it's going to be, right? So there's a lot of expectations, but there's teams that you never faced before. You don't know the level. You don't know the quality. So when we were training on the camps that we did, was kind of like, how it's going to be. But when we got there, our team was super competitive. We were able to win a lot of games. We actually finished in third for nationals, which is like, for us, is a big accomplishment. So great shout out to all the girls. At the end of the day, when you made it to nationals, it's not about one player, it's about the whole team. So the whole team stepped it up, and we had an amazing experience over there. It was a week-long tournament, which is usually you play tournament super quick.
Right.
So I think the biggest part was also like to be able to hang out with families and players and create that environment. So I had a blast, and I think the girls had it too. So Mike was there. So how was your experience, Mike?
You know, it was for me, it was such a cool next step in the growth of our club too. That as we continue to grow the club, and Lucas will talk about this in a little bit, but continue to grow, push new boundaries, figure things out, so to speak. And so to have a team finally break through, we've had some teams in the past that got close, but to finally have one of our older teams break through, go to nationals, really set the stage so we can continue to do things better as we move forward. But yeah, just incredible experience. Learned a lot from the soccer and again from the club level. So looking forward to this year and hopefully we can get some more teams qualified. Next season. This season.
No, it was fun to watch. I got to see a lot of the posts, not just from the parents, but we kind of interact a little bit while you guys are up there. So again, congrats, and it's super exciting. And I don't know, man, when you put on the Tropics logo, it feels good knowing that you got some good representation out there. So good job there, guys.
Thank you.
So let's talk about let's just talk who's coming back. Like what coaches do we have that are returning? And we got a lot of new faces, a lot of exciting faces, and that kind of sets up kind of the growth piece. We got some exciting announcements, of course, on the rec side of things. But let's start with the coaches, because that's kind of our bread and butter as coaches. We talked about this a lot in our other podcasts. Like really, the Tropics theme here is to have quality coaching really kind of set the tone for the entire club. So I call them the old guard. Of course, you yourself, Lucas, you'll be returning as a coach for the U17 ladies. We have Lucas Monteleris, who will be coming back to coach the U17 boys.
Correct.
But he's also picking up some of the youngins, the U11 boys. So it's going to be nice to see him in a different role. Of course, we have Garrettson Crane. He's kind of an icon. He will be returning this year as well. TK, a very familiar face locally, he'll be joining us again. Who else am I missing? Of course, Victor Pereras. Yes.
Can't forget Victor.
Yep, of course. All you got to do is go to the field and you know exactly where Victor is. You can have your earbuds in and you would still know that Victor Pereras is out there coaching.
And we'll look forward to getting him back on the podcast. He had so much fun last year on the podcast.
And he was great.
He was great for sure.
Yeah, I think the
highest
most
rated episode, maybe?
The highest rated episode, of course, was Victor. So Victor, he'll be dropping down and picking up the U13 boys.
Right.
But I don't know, man. He's going to be hanging with the U9s and U10s again. I think he's got a soft spot for the youngins. There's nothing soft about Victor, but of course the U9 and the U10s will say different. So he'll be coming back as well. Now let's talk about some of the new faces. I'm going to turn this one over to you, Lucas. There's some big names that are
Right.
coming into the Tropics.
Before we talk about the new names, we had two coaches that were originally assistant coaches, and now they're stepping up for a head coach position, which is great. The first one is Coach Carissa. So she did a phenomenal job with Victor last season, and now
Yeah.
she's coaching the U14 girls this season.
Yeah,
So
she's great.
she's great.
That team is stacked. That team has got some players on it, so they're going to be excited to watch.
She's got a great background too, right? With her
She
college
does.
playing
She played,
experience.
D1 college. She played ECNL, played soccer her whole life. So and also like a phenomenal person. So we're very glad to have her.
Awesome. Yeah.
The other one stepping up that we're really glad to have him as a head coach right now is Coach Justo.
Yes.
Well known as a DJ
Yeah,
Lunik.
little
Justo.
DJ Lunik. You can catch him at Lakeland. I think Cinco Lakeland. I think on Friday nights. now.
okay.
So if you want to go see him live in the mix and get your soccer on, go check out DJ Lunik. But
So
yeah,
Coach Justo is a guy that's heavily involved in the soccer community in Lakeland. So very passionate, love the kids, love the game, and he's doing a phenomenal job with the new team that he's on right now. So the kids, you can see the kids are buying in, and he's really enjoying his position. And I'm really glad to see him leading the team now. So
awesome. Yeah, he's a good dude too. Really good guy.
really good guy. And then for the new ones, we have some additions. So Coach Melvin is one of them. So Melvin's been close to us
Another local legend.
Yes.
for a long time. It's funny because we played at the Tropics together as well, part of like those teams. He played with UPSL. We won the national championship, and he was like a big piece of that team as well. And now we put the whole band back together. So
Well, and one thing I'm excited about, one cool thing about Melvin, he's a phenomenal marketer, and he is very good behind the camera. So kind of, a lot of people don't know what goes on behind the scenes with our social media, but he will be a big part going into this next year. So when you see all those amazing pictures, that is Melvin. That is not me. That is 100% Melvin. So
Although
excited
this
for him.
guy does an amazing job with our social media. Don't let him kid.
Well, and don't worry, if you're here for the memes, there's going to be plenty of memes. They are not going anywhere. In fact, we're going to double down on those this year. The memes are here to stay.
Yes! 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 Yes!
But excited to have Melvin joining us in the marketing realm for sure.
he's a guy that's very focused on developing players the right way. So we're really glad to have him on board. So it's another great addition to our club for sure. Another guy that it needs no introduction is Jason Streets. Everyone knows him as Boozy.
Yeah.
Boozy's a local legend over here
Massive high school.
in Lakeland.
success.
I don't even know how many times he has like here for the high school. So he's doing a great job with LCS. I coach high school as well at All Saints, and we always look up to Boozy, what he's been doing like for so many years, and he's a legend here in Lakeland. Everyone respects him, and not just that, he's a great person as well, and everyone likes him. So he's one of those guys that you have nothing bad to say about him. He's such a great guy, and everyone loves him. So we're really glad to have Boozy on board as well. And another one, Boozy's going to be coaching the U15 girls. And the last one, Jake Maloney, he coaches at George Jenkins, also local from Lakeland, played college, played club, has been coaching for a long time. He's also doing a great job at George Jenkins. We had some games, and his team always
It's always a battle.
very competitive. He won, some districts with George Jenkins, and another guy that's very passionate about the game. So we're really excited for this, all those coaches joining in, because at the end of the day, I was just thinking today, and I heard we had the AGM, the FYSA AGM this weekend, and one of the biggest topics that we talked about is like kids losing the passion for the game, right? So there's a lot of kids quitting, and the participation numbers when he's 13 and up, it's decreasing the numbers for soccer participation, and the main thing is like they're losing their passion because the coaches are the main responsible to install those things in the players. So
100%.
for us, that's the first thing that we want to see is like guys are passionate about it, that have the knowledge for the game, but also good guys. At the end of the day, you always say that like you got to be a good role model for the kids. You got to install that passion. You got to be there, and that's one thing that we want to create that environment in our club. And even talking about our team, the U17 girls, we started like in a very young age with that group. And we still have our core group playing together. This is pretty cool to see it, because what's happening right now is that you start like with 12, 11, and then you get to 17. It's a completely different team.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, kids quit. But
And a lot of our new players come from teams that maybe they were together for a couple of years, but then especially U14, U15, U16, they start to break up.
Yeah.
The interest wanes. Maybe the coaching wasn't, as inspiring type of. So to have our core, like Lucas said, is incredible. And then to add those pieces from kids that really still want that experience, it's a great thing to create.
And the best feedback that I had after tryouts, it's people from the community all over just stopping me and say, "Hey man, you just had a great group of coaches, and great group of guys. They're leading our kids, and this is something that speaks volumes for what we're trying to do. And that's the biggest compliment that I can have is great guys, great coaches, and we want to be there because of that.
But they're all approachable. Like I don't see anybody on this list that you couldn't just pull aside and have just a good conversation with on the topic of soccer or not. They're just good people, and I think that's something that I'm pretty excited about because they're just genuine about the relationship, not just with the kids but with the parents, and to make sure that the quality and the level stays high at all times.
And let's not forget, we're not going to name all of them, but we have amazing assistant coaches that gives a lot of support. Mike is one of them. But
in spite of Mike, the great assistant coaches.
So I don't want to name all of them because I don't want to miss them, but they're a big part of what we do. And those guys are amazing in our community, and they give it all. They're out there every day for those kids, and we can't say enough and thank enough for all the assistant coaches that we have.
Absolutely. So those are our coaches. Looking for a big year for the Tropics. Growth, it's here. We say it all the time, and you've heard us say it. We're the fastest growing soccer academy in all of Central Florida, and that's not hyperbole. That's a fact. Like you look at it, and you just look at the numbers the last couple of years. This is our fourth official season. This is the fourth, number 4. And one thing that I am super excited about, because it has kind of been, the missing piece in all of this, is a rec program. We finally have broken through. We have a Rec Plus and a true rec program here for the Tropics. So let's talk about that, because there's a lot of people that maybe they're listening to this, and maybe they have family and friends that are part of the club, and they're watching, and they're not really quite ready for the competitive side of things because it's a huge time.
It is a commitment. Yep, absolutely.
But they want to get into this. So let's talk about rec.
Yeah, we initially started with the competitive side only, right? So we focus on that. That's how we grow. We grew throughout the years, but then we noticed that it's really important to provide every level, right? Mm-hmm. So, and one thing that we noticed as well is that the rec and the competitive, there's a huge gap in the middle. And with the Rec Plus was an idea that we saw some clubs doing it, but it's something that caught our attention and said, man, this can be great. A less practice, less days of practice, less commitment a little bit, but also good level of coaching, more than rec, that you can train more, you can expect more, you play in a good level,
right?
And it's all about development. And also it's more affordable, way more affordable for families, because we know that nowadays, money is a big thing,
of course.
And the financial means sometimes you're not able to play competitive because of the financial means. And to be able to have that option for the families, for our community, I think is great. And we had a great response. So we opened up our Rec Plus registration, and we were able to create 8 brand new teams. So we're talking about over 100 players playing a Rec Plus. They're already registered. They're already training. They already have their.
Oh, they're already practicing.
Yes.
They're in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
okay.
we got a great director of that program too.
Yeah, David Blanco. It's a great guy. He's leading the charts with the Rec Plus. Very well organized. Played soccer at Florida Southern, so he's a local guy as well. That's very passionate for the game. And he's leading the Rec Plus, and we're so pleased to have him on board. And we just see excitement, when we go to Rec Plus meetings and with the coaches, people that are very passionate about it. Sometimes you think, just the competitive teams that they're very passionate and committed. We're seeing the same thing on the Rec Plus, and it's really, cool to see that. So it's a great addition to our club, and it's awesome. Yeah, very exciting.
Let's go to the other side of the spectrum now. So we talked about the Rec Plus, which is kind of that nice funnel system. It kind of opens things up for everybody. But now you have the end game, and let's not forget we have that amazing partnership with Lakeland United, which really kind of gives our older players kind of a bridge or a stepping stone, whether they want to pursue this on the college level or whether they just don't know what to do next. So definitely don't want to leave those guys out. Tawan, they do a phenomenal job over there. So if you look at it, in our 4th season, and it's a lot of it is a testament to the two of you for all the hard work and kind of the brain and the foresight to see this, but we've kind of checked all the boxes. Finally, we were there. We've got the rec program figured out. Of course, the competitive side is thriving, and we've kind of pieced together the end game. And one thing that is always left out that really is going to be a focal point for us this year, especially for me, is how do you accomplish all of that? And you have to have good sponsors. You have to, unfortunately, we live in a world where, you got to have money to take care of some of these things and to make it affordable for the parents. So I don't want to leave out the sponsors. I really want to lean into these folks this year. And so we're going to start off by this amazing studio, which is provided by CPS Investment Advisors. They are our title sponsor. They've been there from the inception. Of course, Mike, and you can speak to these guys personally, but they do such a great job just not in the community and not just with the tropics, but in supporting really kind of the whole Lakeland area. So big shout out to CPS Investment Advisors. That's our title sponsor. And next up, we have Pulte Homes. Listen, I work in the mortgage business. I am in the real estate business. Pulte makes a good home. I'm not just saying that. They make a phenomenal product. If you're looking for a new
and growing
build,
in Polk County from big time from what I hear. Yep.
absolutely, you should definitely give Pulte Homes a try. And they're fantastic. And they've been with us for a couple of years now. So
They've been with us from the start too, actually.
Okay, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right, because they kind of went under the umbrella of Centex.
Pulte, Pulte Homes now, yeah.
So big shout out to Pulte Homes. You're going to be hearing a lot about these folks. One of my favorites, not just because of the food is that good, but the guy who owns it is even better, and that is 1961. That restaurant is a staple here in Lakeland. If you haven't tried it out, you need to get down there.
That's right. Yep.
Now, here's the thing. I know what is in the famous salad, but I have been sworn to secrecy.
really?
I think you know as well.
I might know
but
some
we,
things.
we cannot tell you what is in the 1961 salad, but you need to go try it for yourself. Go see Marco. Tell him what up. One of our amazing sponsors. That's 1961. Next up, the Low Payment Kings. I got to hang out with this dude over
Yes,
the Arnold Palmer
that's right. The owner,
Invitational.
Mike, yep.
What
Shout
a
out to
good
the owner,
guy, man.
Mike Mahalik, yep.
I tell you, if car barring does not need to be a thing. It really doesn't. So go see these guys. They have all of them. They have all the models.
No,
I mean,
these
they
guys,
really do.
yeah. These guys are awesome. I bought my Jeep from them and the service and everything, but they've been on board with us for a few years now. So great folks, and we're going to be hearing a lot more from them throughout the year
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely. And like I said, I mean, I'm going to really dig into these guys over the years. But I want to kind of introduce them now. And of course, one of the newcomers to the Tropics and one of our sponsors is Lakeland Regional.
That's right.
So
Great new addition to the club.
yeah, true story about Lakeland Regional. I have been there, not by choice, but I had to go there. I was getting all fancy with the table saw and about sliced my thumb off. So Lakeland Regional, they do really good work on stitches. Still have a thumb, still operates. So Lakeland Regional, big shout out to you guys. With that being said, this has been your Tropical Forecast. We've got the director here, Mr. Lucas Texeira himself. We're excited about the future. Of course, we've got Michael Riskin. I am the Captain Mortgage. So if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, give me a call. I can guide you and I can probably take you right to Pulte Homes and get you a nice house. So plenty more coming out. We're excited for all of our parents. We're excited for the team managers. A big thank you to you guys. We got a big season ahead. There's some teams on here that I'm looking at them. I'm telling you, they're going to be making some noise. We got some teams that are stacked. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say who they are, but I'm excited for the Monday mashup.
And you got your hands full because one of our goals at the beginning of this club was to get a team in every age group, boys and girls side.
Right.
Yeah, we
And
kinda did
for
it.
the first time, we've accomplished that. So congrats
right.
Yeah, the
to,
Monday
to
mashup got
Lucas and
big.
Victor. Yeah. So you've got many more teams now to to focus.
A lot of work to do.
A lot of work,
I'm
Jared.
excited. Challenge accepted. So this has been your Tropical Tidbits. We are the fastest growing soccer academy in all of Central Florida. You should give us a follow. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? Just go to our Instagram page. It is the hub of all things for the academy. And we're going to be rolling out these podcasts. Once we get into a rhythm here, just look for them on Thursdays for their release. All for now, I am Captain Mortgage, and this has been your Tropical Tidbits.